All right, hello everyone, and welcome back. It is now our assigned scheduled streaming content on Friday evenings, and it looks like it's probably going to be summertime between 6 and 7. I was trying for 6 today, but that just did not work out. I had some packages I had to make sure I got. Also, just a heads up, my model might be a little bit glitchy looking. The model, the VTuber or VSona program I use, just updated, and it's making my character a little bit twitchy. Let's see if I can. Of course, it's not gonna glitch out when I can show you all. But yeah, so if my model spazzes out, that would be the reason why. Alright, and then today's... Oh, hey! Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. And today we are going to try and do the second event. As you can see, we are getting close to time, but we're going to try and do the Everwinter City Museum Ledger of Curiosities event. Unfortunately, I have seen one or two spoilers for this, so I won't be as surprised as I potentially could be, but I'll make sure not to say anything that would spoil it for you all if you haven't seen it. Let's do some little upkeep. So as you all know, I do the dailies, I use all our Trailblaze power and whatnot when you all aren't here, and then I do Herta's simulated universe once a day. Now, something that happened, and I'm gonna apologize for it, is I got done with my stream yesterday, and I was like, cool, we're done with Bellabog. Next time we'll be able to go to the new area, and I can show off the new area. I found out after I got done streaming, when I tried to do simulated universe for the day, or the Calyx to spend my stuff, that you're stuck on the train. Once you leave Bellabog, if you do not progress to the next area, you are like stuck. You are not allowed to leave the train. You cannot teleport, you cannot do anything until you make it to the next area. So unfortunately, I was not able to catch my reaction to that amazing cutscene when we are setting off for the Lofu? Which the design of this thing is amazing. But yeah, so I was not able to catch my reaction to that. I will say, Blade looks really cool in that cutscene, and it's really concerning how he was talking to the Lion Man, our favorite Jing Yuan. It's really concerning, especially because he said, Blade in that cutscene's like, you don't have to pay the price, but then breaks the astral plane looking at Dan Heng, but you do. Very concerned for our boy, very curious if that might be why he's no longer allowed on the planet ship. Oh, what? I literally have blanked on her name. Spider Lady, whose name escapes me for some reason right now. The other Kafka, there we go. The other Stellaron hunter, Kafka, serving so much in that cutscene where she asks us to go essentially prove Blade's innocence and to go get the Stellaron. Oh my gosh, it is explaining once again that if in her in-game model she has pupils instead of the ones that she has in the game, those like flower pupils, I will not get her. I really want Kafka, I would love to have her, but if they change her model to have normal pupils instead of those cool flower pupils she has, I'll boycott. So that was cool. Trying to think if there was anything else in my reaction to that. I'm really so sorry that you all missed it. If I had figured out that I couldn't leave the train, I would have added it to last stream. But I am stupid, and I did not see that until after I'd ended the stream. And then I couldn't do anything. But yeah, the design of this, I literally have only landed on the planet ship, have not done anything else. It's giving very Dead Space. That's actually the last thing. They have like a beacon that's repeating a message over and over again, and it lets you board the planet ship, but like no one's around. Very creepy. I do like that, that we have a new team this time. That's really cool. But yeah, so I just wanted to catch you all up on my blunder. I apologize. The next time, if we get a new area anytime soon, if that happens, I will make sure not to do that again. Alright, so it looks like I have destroyed 1,000 objects in game, channeling the link. And then captured Lost Trotters one time in battle. Yes, I'm very excited if I get to like demo play Welt, because I do not have him yet, and he was originally the one I wanted, but Gepard can do no wrong for my team setup. It is delightful to have such a good tank. Participate in the Dark Fist tournament and become the ultimate winner. Yeah, so if you give the little kids, if you can find like an invitation inside the boxing ring area, and if you go outside and you give it to a little kid, he'll be like, oh, you have an invitation, and then he'll ask you to participate in a tournament against his friends, and if you successfully beat at least 2 of them, because you go up against 3 of them, you get this achievement. $20,000 cosmic fragments. Have blessings from 6 or more pass when clearing the simulated universe. Deal 40,000 damage. Oh, when did I do that? That's exciting. An ally has a combined shield effect greater than 5,000 at any time. This is probably in my last simulated universe, because in simulated universe I unlocked that last thing that allows you to get all 3 of the path upgrades when you get enough of the blessings, and so the shield effect and then the attack effect probably came from that, because I always go full preservation. Enrage a guardian shadow with 4 characters in your team. Okay, so those are our achievements I got without you all, so sorry about that. I don't think there's much else to update you all about. I have all of my characters currently up to level 50. I am currently working on light cones, as you can see. I think this is the one I'm currently working on, so I'll get everybody's light cones, and then I will start working on traces. I have my main team's traces maxed out, but I'll start working on these ones in a little bit. Yeah. And I'm also trying to get my relic at least to level 9 so that I can get that, get this achievement so that I can get this. But yeah, I think I keep saying but yeah, I do believe that's everything. The only other thing would be I'm building up some oh, I have a tin pool. I didn't even notice that. Let's start off the stream with a tin pool, I guess. I don't really have any interest in Silverwolf, so even though I have some pulls, I'm not gonna pull for her. Absolutely distraught that my husband, though, is one of the characters you can get, because I would have preferred that. But we do have a standard tin, so let's do a tin pull. See where we're at. Let me see. I just recently won the standard, hence the Bronya light cone that I have. So let's see. Speaking of pulls, is anyone who plays Genshin? Okay, we're at 15 pity now. Anyone that plays Genshin, have you all been pulling on Alhaitham and Kazuha's banner that just drops earlier in the week? I currently have all the 3 stars fully maxed out, so no interest in them. Oh, okay. I have this one. The moles welcome you. Hooks like cone. So they'll get a superimpose. But yeah, I've been so stoked for Kazua's banner because that guy, I can't run. Oh my gosh, yes. The amount of space you need for Genshin is getting actually ludicrous. Like, it's getting to the point that even if you have like a really good PC, you still might not be able to run the game because of the amount of storage space that it takes. I know I have this on hook. There it is. But yeah, I tried to go for Kazuha, the first, like in his drop banner, and I lost the 50-50. And every single banner after that where he's had his rerun, I pulled for him and I've lost the 50-50. I wasted that. But this time I had guarantee. I had to skip Baiju's banner for it, but I wasn't gonna let Kazuha get away this time, and so I was able to pull Kazuha. But then I had saved up like a ton of wishes, and I was almost at max penny anyway with that guarantee. So I pulled for Alhaitham, but I lost the 50-50 to Jean, which the funny thing is that actually happened to me last time. During Alhaitham's debut banner, I lost the 50-50 to Jean, which was the first time I had gotten her. And so I thought it was funny, but thankfully I had enough that I could, if I used some of the like Master Star glitter to buy wishes, limited wishes, I was able to get Alhaitham since I now had guarantee after Jean. And I did like one pull on the weapon banner that I almost had up to pity because I was again saving it to see if I could get either Alhaitham or Kazua's weapon. I lost the 50-50 to Ganyu's weapon. I didn't even know Ganyu's, the Amos bow, is even a weapon you could lose to in the 50-50.
Nice.
I had been begging for a Wolf's Gravestone to put on my D-Luke, but today was not the, or that, what was it, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday? That day was not the day to get Wolf's Gravestone. And so now I'm just gonna use up any pulls I get on the weapon banner to see if I might be able to get, I know, I have terrible alright, I'm not gonna say that. I have luck depending on what game it is. Sometimes I have such good gacha luck that it drives my friends insane, but they're games that I'm usually not heavily invested in. That is when the gacha gods are like, we're gonna give you good luck so that you become more invested in the game. Now, games that I actually am like interested in, like Genshin and Honkai, I usually have terrible luck in. Alright, Hella is going to tell us how to do this museum event, but considering it's literally called Opportunity Makes the Thief, who do we know that's a thief? Who could we possibly, what possible character do we know that's a thief? Who could it possibly be? Oh, click something wrong. Alright.
Hey, it's you! I didn't expect to see you here in the administrative district. How have you been lately?
Pretty good. How about you? Things could be better. I've been pretty good. My day job has made me really sore because it's a physical job, but otherwise I'm doing pretty good. Oh, by the way, are you back in your home country or are you still in America? Just out of curiosity, because I know you were on vacation.
Great to hear. Since the Stellaron crisis subsided, Bellabog's been feeling a little more cheerful. We're really grateful for your assistance. And yes, things are going well for me too. Thanks for asking. You spent so much time in Belobog on your last visit. You must have passed by here before, right?
Still in America? That's a bold decision, but I hope you're having a good time with your friends. Keeping safe and whatnot. But still having fun. Safe but fun. But yes, we have been by this fountain. You can use the praise of high morality to get in, to the fountain, and the fountain will give you drops for every praise of high morality that you give it. Ooh, sushi. I put off getting sushi because I live in in America, I live in a landlocked state, and so I was always suspicious of raw fish from a landlocked state, and so I pushed off eating sushi for the longest time until I lived in South Korea for a year. And so I was like, oh, South Korea must have great sushi. And so I got sushi. And it wasn't a great time to learn that you're allergic to shellfish. When you're in a country that you don't speak the language very well, it's not a great time to learn that.
This is Belobog's History and Culture Museum, built more than 600 years ago. Last time you visited, it was closed for its 10-year renovation. Now that the Stellaron crisis is over, we've been able to allocate more manpower to the renovation works. The museum should be open to the public again soon. It's just...
You ran into trouble?
We encountered a problem during the renovation process. The Silvermane guards are doing all they can to figure it out. Sorry. I shouldn't talk about it in the open like this. Hey, why don't I give you a tour of the museum? We can talk inside while I show you around. If you have time, that is. Great. What are we waiting for? Welcome to Belobog's History and Culture Museum. As you can see, after nearly 100 days of renovation, the interior looks brand new. However, there's a problem that needs to be resolved before it can open to the public. The museum was established nearly 600 years ago as a memorial to honor Alyssa Rand, the first Supreme Guardian, and the martyrs who gave their lives in the battle against the invaders from beyond the sky. As time went on, new exhibits were continually added to the memorial until it became the museum we see today. Past the reception hall, you'll find the General Hall, the museum's largest exhibition room. There are all sorts of exhibits on display. Paintings by famous artists, samples of the planet's crust. Visitors can experience the essence of Belobog's culture in just a few minutes' time. I really hope the museum can open up soon. The children here need a culturally enriching environment, especially those from the underworld. But like I mentioned earlier, we're in a bit of a bind. We could really use a helping hand. Here, this is the issue we're trying to deal with.
So you need help opening this cabinet is kind of funny. The exhibit disappeared, there's a thief on the prowl.
It was stolen. It was one of the oldest and most precious items in the General Hall collection. The meteor fragment.
Okay, so something from beyond the sky. That could be important.
It is said that 700 years ago, the invaders from beyond the sky descended upon the surface of Eurillo 6 with a meteor shower. The meteor fragment is solid evidence that those invaders once tainted our land. Sorry, the tour guide in me gets a little carried away. I'm not here to give you a history lesson. Still, it's no exaggeration to say that if the meteor fragment isn't recovered, the museum will lose half of its significance.
Can't we just use a replica? Do you know who the thief is?
Not yet. That's why this case is such a conundrum for the Silvermane guards. Truth be told, the meteor fragment isn't the only item that was stolen, but we want the museum to open as soon as possible. We can worry about the other missing items later.
I mean, if you tell me what the other items are, we could maybe establish a pattern to better determine who the thief is. You know, if it isn't the only thief we know.
Of course! I wouldn't ask you to start a whole investigation from scratch. The guard station in the underworld reported that some suspicious characters have been meeting at a hideout in the Great Mine late at night. Since the Silvermane guards are still getting situated in the underworld and we don't have any direct evidence, we haven't been able to apprehend any suspects.
Who else do we know that does shady business in the mines?
But if you were to go there yourself and ask around, I think we could gather a lot of useful intel. So, would you like to help solve this case? Sounds promising. I'll meet you in the underworld then.
Oh, so we can now run around the exhibit. We got cars. We have books. We got more books. Figurines, paintings. This place is pretty cool. Geomarrow. The reception desk. Gotta have our vending machines. Can't go up there. Oh, the curator. Hello, sir. Welcome to the Belleborg History and Cultural Museum, young man. Is there anything an old man like me can help you with? I'm here solely to talk with older people. I'm here to visit. Oh ho ho, you're at the wrong place. This is the museum's warehouse. Head out then, turn right. The exhibit hall is past the reception counter. If you have any questions along your tour, if you have any feedback or opinions, welcome to talk to me about them. I am Uldan, former dean at the Belleborg College of Art, and now the curator of this museum. Pleased to meet you. Let's talk. I will do my best to answer your questions. I want to end. You're interested in an old man's past? I'm just an ordinary person. But since you asked, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was a graduate at the Belleborg College of Art. Back then I had no fear and naively believed that me and my art had the power to change the world. Well, you can guess the rest. Everywhere I go, I faced rejection. I became the stereotypical image of an artist. No opportunities. Poor, starving, all of those. I could barely handle basic necessities like food and shelter, let alone my dreams. The funny thing is, when I was ready to set down my paintbrush and stop doing art for good, but then my alma mater handed me a deal. They wanted me to go back and become a professor, and so I agreed. I gave it all I had, and eventually I climbed my way to become the dean of the college. I'm proud of all my students, many of which are famous artists in the Everwinter City. My life has been pretty smooth sailing ever since. After my retirement, I accepted Supreme Guardian Bronya's invitation and became the curator of this museum. What happens next? Well, we'll see. Take care now. I hope you enjoyed this historical cultural tour. I couldn't keep that voice up for much longer, hence why I was like, I gotta quit. I gotta take it off. Where's the door to get out? Okay, they're both the exit doors. Alright, I was about to be like, can I leave this building? Okay, so you can now go in. How nifty. Alright, to the Great Mind. We do not have much time, and there is a lot of quests to get through, I'm sure. This is anything like the Silver Wolf one. Thank you, thank you. I am always attempting to improve.
The conditions here are so rudimentary. I wonder how long those people have been living here.
It has been 10 years without proper assistance from your governing body and people having to ration the remaining amount of supplies that were down here for 10 years.
Back to the investigation. We contacted an agent from Wildfire. Apparently she has some first-hand intel.
I'm curious, I'm like, Natasha? Sela?
I think her name was... Sweta? Yes, that's right. Let's go pay her a visit.
Oh, one of the NPCs. Okay. One of the NPCs from the other quests.
What? Oh, it's you! I thought I'd been discovered. Let's try not to make a commotion. You never know who's listening.
That bad, huh? How many exhibit thieves are there?
A lot. I don't know if you're aware, miss, but any intel that makes money spreads like wildfire in the underworld. Travel between the overworld and the underworld has been open for some time, but not everyone down here can take advantage of that opportunity. The majority of underworlders have to stay here to feed their families. From what I hear, smuggling museum artifacts is a lucrative enterprise. If I wasn't working for Wildfire, I'd be tempted to get in on the cash myself.
Yeah, but like, who's buying them, though?
You aren't getting any funny ideas, are you?
No, that's a legitimate, like, answer. Like, if I know how much the items are going for, we can figure out who has the wealth to buy them, and then we can go and investigate those people who will lead us to the thieves. It's not a, oh, how much could I make if I stole your artifacts? I literally get on a train that travels through space. I don't need your artifacts. It's a legitimate question.
I'll cut to the chase. Wildfire hasn't identified the ringleader yet, but I've heard some interesting rumors that might be helpful to you.
Alright, if it's not an NPC, just like some random NPC that's doing it, we all know it's Sampo, right? Right?
I'm all ears.
Firstly, the group in question has a very public presence. They post recruitment notices all over the street. If you can find a notice, you might be able to glean some clues from it. Secondly, they're rash and careless in their work. They've been seen carrying large crates of illicit goods around the mines and selling them out in the open, without even trying to hide anything from the miners. Thirdly, I heard there are children in the mines that might be involved. I haven't had the chance to look into it, but keep an eye out.
He's involved the moles?
I see. Thanks for the intel. I'm sure it'll help us crack the case. Well, I'm going to head for the settlement and see if I can get more intel from the locals.
Oh my gosh, the way the model does that when I turn my head that far. Terrifying.
In the meantime, do you think you could head out and look for more clues? We can compare notes when you're done. I'm counting on you.
I wonder if now I'll be able to do the TikToks where you can like tilt your, oh god, that's so scary, where you can like tilt your head to like pick an option, because up till now it has not accepted my head tilt, so I was trying to figure out ways to record the TikToks that need the head tilts.
My daddy made a lot of money this month. He bought me lots of new clothes. Things you can't even find in the underworld. Clothes schmoes. My daddy bought me a super rare present. He got me a model tram. Bet you haven't seen one of those before. That costs way much more than boring clothes.
Sounds like their parents bought them expensive gifts recently.
Oh my goodness, every single time I hear Kalis's voice actor, it makes me so happy. I will definitely have to get like a print and or something from, like, if I go to any conventions that have this voice actor, I will have to talk to them at least a little bit. It's just so delightful.
If people in the underworld want to get rich, what options do they have? This is no...
Oh no, I cut him off. I didn't mean to. I read faster than you talk. Oh yeah, I also found out something. Let's see, character. Light cone. Alright, so Herta has like 3 light cones that are available on the Herta store, and I have been using this one because it's the best one for the Path of Destruction, at least for Kalis. But I found out, looking at from online, that the other ones she offers are all the best light cone for each path that the Trailblazer can use. So the next one, the Trail of the Sea, is really good for the preservation path, and then the next one is good for the hunt, so everybody thinks that the next blessing that the Trailblazer will get is from the hunt path. And so that's like a convenient way to get really good light cones, so that you can, because when you swap the... There we go. When you swap the blessing for the Trailblazer, the irritating thing is that obviously their light cone doesn't work anymore, and so you would have to switch their light cone. And so if you buy the 5-star light cones from the Herta shop, each one that you get from the Herta shop is actually the best 5-star light cone that you can get for the Trailblazer. And so it's like an easy way to get you a weapon for each of the types. But I'm gonna stick with destruction because I like the destruction path better, because I already have Gepard for my preservation character. But I saw that and I wanted to make sure that I pass that along to you all as well. So I thought that was cool, that's kind of like built into the game, because that's one of the issues with like Genshin Impact when it comes to the Traveler. It's just like unless you get a general set to be your Traveler build, you have to change their artifacts and their weapon literally every single time that you change their ability. I just went for the general set because it would be so much work to have to change their everything every time you change their ability. You discover a suspicious poster. Perhaps it has something to do with the museum theft case. Recruiting temporary porters, mechanics, and security. Flexible hours, excellent pay. If interested, please get in touch. The content after "please get in touch" has been crudely scribbled over. There's more here than meets the eye. They could have simply ripped the poster down. Why spare the effort? Maybe the organization behind this wanted people to know of their existence without giving too much away to Wildfire or the guards. Let's keep looking. So, like, is Wildfire is Wildfire and the guards like working together to like on the underworld? Is that what's going on? Robots from the settlement or monsters I need to defeat?
What are these two doing sneaking around?
Beep, beep, alert, alert, nosy person spotted, nosy person spotted, beep, beep, protect the goods, protect the goods.
Oh, something to be defeated, okay.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Alright, what does everybody think of
Here
Don
is
Hunt's
thunder.
5-star form if you've been spoiled and seen
Made
it?
to be broken.
Because I am smitten. I will definitely be pulling for him.
Reach the
I
end of
love
the story
dragon
in your own way.
characters. It's pretty much, I saw I won't spoil it, but the dragon character that's in Genshin, the male dragon character, and that's the entire reason I started playing the game. So
Empty. These crates were probably used to store stolen items. Someone left robots to guard them. Looks like I'm too late. Let's look elsewhere. The 3 rumors is what I talked about. I'll check out. Time to meet back up with Pela.
I wonder, 5-star Dunhung, his imaginary form. Definitely would be pulling for that. Wonder how different his playstyle will be from the current one. It's way over there. Okay. We're just gonna teleport because I don't feel like walking all the way across the map. Ooh.
Oh good, you're back. Did you find any critical intel?
Yeah, what did you do while I was away?
I see. Looks like someone is getting the miners involved in the stealing after all.
Okay, testing. All right, sorry for that, guys. I just got a phone call randomly, and I needed to make sure it wasn't my work. It was not. It was a person with the wrong number. Okay, back to what we were doing. All right.
I made some progress too. The miners here said they've noticed some people acting strange recently. A few vagrants who almost never leave the Great Mine have suddenly started making trips to Boulder Town. I asked the Silvermane guard station there to go investigate some places of interest. I hope they find something.
I'm glad that you actually do stuff when I'm gone instead of just making me do all the work.
Hey, we've got some news.
Yeah, it's always fun when you don't like taking phone calls to begin with, when someone calls the wrong number, it being yours, and they're always like, but I swear I'm calling the right number, and I'm like, no, you're not. I got a message. Silvermane Guard Investigator. Artifact Theft Special Investigation Group. Really? Where is it? It seems too easy. It's in a room in the Gertha Grand Hotel. Looks like some forgetful thief left their most important loot there. Now, we've got the area under control. Now we're waiting for the two of you to come and check the stolen artifact. We'll come immediately. Don't make a big fuss and don't alert the other guards. Got it, Miss Pea. Oh yeah, definitely too easy.
I didn't expect to get a break in the investigation so quickly. Come on, let's go to the Gerda Grand Hotel. I hope this isn't some sort of cover-up operation.
No, it's most likely a replica, and they're covering their tracks so that you'll stop investigating them. So that they can sell it or keep it. The meteor fragment could be important to...
It's getting late.
If this is who we think it is, the only thief we know. Well, I don't know if he's a thief exactly. He's a con man for sure, but I don't know if he's a thief. it might be important, especially if that theory that he's part of the Elation sect. Oh, I just teleported to the room. That's interesting. Instead of going into the lobby, it just immediately put us in the room.
This must be the box. Let's open it. Let's see. The color, the texture. Yep, this is the stolen meteor fragment, all right. Fantastic.
I think it's fake.
I've done a lot of research into artifact authentication techniques. You can trust my judgment.
That makes no sense, though.
I understand why you're suspicious, though. This whole investigation was a little too easy. In any case, now that we have the meteor fragment, the museum can now open to the public. That's good news. As for tracking down the thief, I'm afraid it'll be a long-term project. When the time comes, we may need your assistance again. Let's go. We need to take this item back to the museum where it belongs.
Okay, you cannot teleport straight into the museum. That's what I wanted to know. Because you can teleport right into Herta's office.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Da-da-da, da-da-da. Put a speed boost on. If it's that important, why is it in just like a random cubby? Like, why is it not like this Geomarrow, which is like the first thing you see? It's on a big display. It's like in a side cabinet.
Now the General Hall can return to its former glory. Thanks for your help.
Interesting. I'll check again to see then if I should be able to.
The meteor fragment. It's so majestic.
It kind of looks like, what is it, lazurite? It's not lapis lazuli. I'm trying to think of the gemstone this reminds me of. Is it worth a lot?
The value of items housed here can't be measured in money alone. But this little piece of stone could fetch a mountain of cash. The General Hall is ready to open to the public again.
Then shouldn't it have better security measures if it's that
By the way,
expensive?
the museum's previous manager resigned recently to pursue his dream of becoming a writer. So, if you're interested, do you think you'd like to take up the post part-time? I promise you it won't be a boring job.
They didn't even give me the option to refuse. Love the fourth wall break.
Museum manager. Voted among the top 3 most highly desired careers after graduation in a Bellabog Academy poll. Needless to say, we offer a competitive package.
You have me
That you're
sold.
asking means you've got your heart set on it already, right? Great. Now that that's settled, let's go pay a visit to the museum lobby secretary, Eris. She's a talented worker and can tell you everything there is to know about museum matters.
Free for today. I wonder if Eris is a reference to anything. You know, the golden apple, the goddess of discord. It might not be, but just as a putting it out there as a potentiality.
Allow me to introduce you two. This is Eris, our secretary. And this is the savior of Bellabog from the Express. I'm sure you've heard his name many times already.
Oh, yes. I've heard so much about you. It's so nice to finally have the pleasure of meeting you.
In addition to her secretarial duties, Eris is also a student at the Bellabog College of Art. She's very knowledgeable about the museum's exhibits and their history. Eris, starting today, he is going to be our museum manager. Please keep him updated on matters relating to the opening and operation of the exhibits.
My pleasure, Miss Payla. Leave it to me. I'll keep our manager up to speed on every detail. Would you like to begin with the museum's workflows?
Yes.
That's the spirit. Let's get started then.
Ready to flex your managing expertise? Let's get down to business. To revitalize the museum to its former glory and prestige, we must keep obtaining Revita score from operations. Oh wait, is this a time-based thing? I might not be able to get this done then because I was so late to starting this event. Click here to enter the management gameplay. The museum's revitalization stage and obtain Revita score are shown here. The management benefits are influenced by 3 parameters. The higher the museum is ranked, the more benefits it will bring in. To manage museum, assistants must be appointed. You can trust Paylo with managing the general hall. Select save. Start managing. Oh, we're getting reviews. Enter the next business day. Okay, so this is kind of okay. I was really afraid it was gonna be like something I'd have to leave them doing for like 8 hours, but this is kind of set up like that mini event that they had in Sumeru, or it was in Mondstadt, where you like had a stall that you were running, so it's kind of set up like that. Increase the level of the exhibition, oh my gosh, area will improve benefits from operating the museum, but will also set the objectives higher. Okay. Increase maximum obtainable Revita score by 100. Interesting. Okay. Upgrade tour guidance, upgrade educational materials, upgrade visitor promotion. Upgrade this, increase how much you can get per day. Okay. Get more assistance. A new volunteer has come by for the position of, here is their resume. Okay, so you have to balance between upgrades and getting new staff that has better stats. Got it. Spend funds to invest in the exhibit area to assist in reaching objectives. Okay. Can I do assistance first? A new volunteer has come, so you can pick kind of what stats you want. I want to see the stats we already have. Okay, even. And then this one, you can either invest more in the literature or the people. I would say the people over anything, because more customers is better, I would say. Okay, what's this? Oh, and then you can get other, like, main characters to help you. Hey, it's Sampo! Okay, let's see. So since I picked Visitor and that, let's upgrade Educational to match the others. And then we'll do this. extra operational objective can bring bountiful rewards. Upgrade general exterior to level 5 and complete 1 round of management. Okay. Can we do... We can, so we'll update that. Our education is falling behind. Let's look at staff. Any new staff we can do? No, but we'll get a different one and we'll swap her out. But tour duration and visitor appeal both dropped, so we do need this one instead because then it's just education. So then we'll go here. We meet education now. We'll save for the next... We'll save for the next general upgrade. Okay, we were not able to get that. Do we get any new staff that we can hire? We cannot. Do we meet all of the requirements here? We do, so I'm just gonna save our money and go to the next day. Because we still met score max. Okay, now we can get to level 5. Do we have any new staff? We do not. Alright. Let's do this one. And then this one. And then that one. Ooh, okay, so we're not gonna be able to get to full because education's too low. If I swap her out to get more education, the others drop too much, so it doesn't work. Alright, so education value is gonna have to be lower today. So we weren't able to get full points. Oh, okay, so that's how we can get a new assistant. That's nice. With any exhibition area in perfect S condition, complete 3 rounds of management. How do we get these? Okay, I haven't unlocked it yet. Alright, so staff. We have Julian. His stats are better than literally almost any character, so we'll drop him and add Julian. Okay, he gives a lot of education. And he's only a little bit lower than Peya, and then she does not have a lot of education, but she's the same or higher. I think this one would be better to buy overall. But currently 26, 26, 26. We'll get Gilbert and Lila, and then we'll replace these two. We're just barely under education, so we'll drop 1 on education. There we go. And then we will save up for the next general upgrade. Okay, we're still good there. Can we do the hall upgrade? We cannot. Everything else is good. I don't have any new staff I can get, so we'll do another day. Hopefully this is at least a little bit entertaining and not too boring. Pela seems to be looking for you in the general hall. Okay, so we have done enough management that it wants to progress the story. Kalis, Eris told me you managed the museum so well that it was as though you had done it for years. I'm impressed. Previously, we planned to only open the external area of the general hall to manage the costs. Now that we're doing so well, I think it's time we open the internal area to the public. Let's do it, Manager Kalis. I hope the museum will be revived steadily with your help. Go ahead and talk to Eris. She'll tell you how to manage multiple exhibition areas simultaneously. Keep up the good work. I don't know why exhibit and exhibition is just so hard for me to say. Okay. We got a new area. Mr. Kalos, the crowd visiting the museum is gaining more traction. This is all thanks to you. Poorly managed. New exhibition area open. Don't forget to set assistants there. Okay, so this is why you would also need more assistants because you have to share them across areas. What does the level up here look like? Oh, and it resets your... Oh, that's gonna be annoying. That's 5 of 11, 3,000. This is 1,500. That's also 3,000. We'll focus on our first area first. Okay. Go back over here. Okay, so the next one is a 7,000. Do I have to start management for both, or does it just auto do it for both of them? Okay, it does. Okay, see you soon. I know this isn't the most riveting thing. Additional operation objective completed. Lost exhibit clue obtained. Obtain new clue. Complete mission. Exhibit collection. Oil painting part 1 to obtain exhibit oil painting with this distant view of Belobog. Okay, so this is how you get, like, the different, missions and stuff for this. That's nifty. So, recruit, optional optional, additional operation objectives, level up the exhibition hall to level 4. Recover lost exhibits. Okay. Well, we'll see how long we have. We still have about another hour, so doing pretty good. Oh, this man. Oh, let's see if we can do the voice again. Oh, hi there. You're here to collect Belobog's landscape paintings, right? That's not the voice I was using earlier. As you can see, 3 exhibits of the same category are still missing in the general hall. They're all made by the great painter Rabini, a graduate of the Belobog College of Arts. He is currently the icon of the Nomadis School and the pinnacle of the city's art scene. Although he has promised to submit his commissions on time, I know him too well. He must have procrastinated to the last minute. I bet he's working flat out somewhere right now to complete his work. No, I'm sure he won't be there. He hates doing his work in isolation. Welcome back. If possible, he would definitely paint outdoors. Let me check which paintings are still missing. Got it. Looks like I'll have to task you with a trip to the outlying snow plains. If everything goes as planned, he should be over there. I'll be back in a jiffy. Great. Off you go then. Oh yeah, take this. We've agreed to settle things in cash, and here's the money. If he's done painting, then you can hand this over to him immediately. But this dude's got a quirky temper. If he insists on not taking the payment, don't waste your time. Just keep it as a delivery fee for yourself. Treat yourself. That's not quite the voice I was doing earlier for him, but it's the best I can do without going back and listening to myself. Let's see. The closest item is the red calyx to teleport to. Okay, let's go. Oh, monsters. More monsters. We'll just run in the middle. Hope they don't see us. They can't see me. I am too fast. My man, what are you doing out here? The melody of your footsteps echoes in the silent snowdrift. Just like a drifting snow phantom, you come in the dead of winter. And so, you are... Uldan sent me. Uldan, what a delightful name. Nice to meet you. Ha! That wretched old man again. I told him, soon, I'll finish it soon. Quit bugging me. But you've got great timing. I've just finished with this landscape. A vista overlooking Bellabog. And I'm going to call it Ray of Dawn. It's finished. But I can't help but feel like I'm missing something, somewhere. What do you think of this painting? Rational analysis. Flattered, the painting. I don't know. I unfortunately am one of these people, so rational. From the composition to the color palette and the communication of motifs, you pull out all the stops to offer up all the insight you can give. My boy is 12 days old and he's talking about communication of motifs? My boy, what have you been studying in the archives? That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. You're really insightful about art. With this kind of suggestion, this painting will be more dazzling than the geomerald ores in the museum. Rabini hastily makes revisions to the painting based on your feedback. Oh my, you're right. Now this version of Ray of Dawn is the finished item. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm sending it to that old man Uldan right now. I want him to know that every delay of mine was worth it. Rabini runs off on his own. Then I get to keep the fee, I suppose. I was kind of expecting that voice to hurt my throat, but it actually didn't really hurt at all. So props for that. We'll see if we run into him again.
Where to now?
If I can do that voice at all again. Let me in, let me in. I swear I won't blow the house down. I put too much work into this. Ooh, well done. We have a delivery. You work... That's not the voice I used. You work pretty fast. Let me have a look-see. Ray of Dawn. Very nice. It's a great name. Good work, Kalis. I know just where to hang it. I'm gonna get a consistent voice for this, I swear. Poof. Not the fade to black. The museum staff has placed the exhibit in the correct position. Oh, that's actually gorgeous. I would buy that. Okay, so we get extra points if we do the optional quests to add stuff to the museum. That's cool. Alright, back to business management. I have played way too many Tycoon bills. Hit me up. Oh, a cannon. Imagine that we get the corpse of the Stellaron and we put it in the museum. That would be funny. Upgrade General Hall to level 4 and complete 1 round of management. Okay. What are we at? 7,000? Same thing here? 7,000? Yeah, we will do this one first, though. Alright. Let's do you, and then we'll do this one. We don't have enough, but we'll level that up next time. Next business day, we've almost reached my age. Oh, we got some new... Not the guy who sleeps all the time, not Sea Dog VA. Where's Staff? Oh, there's... Not Peak, I couldn't remember his in-game name. Why is his education so high? You have to prioritize staff in these games. Fursman. Oh, isn't Fursman, Hook's dad? I can't level up the area now. Right? Well, I mean, we have Julian here, the man of 1,000, or the boy of 1,000 faces, so we're literally employing a child, so... I'm trying to see if any of these, if I should swap out. She has overall good stats, so does Elaine. Serval's Fanatic Fan. I didn't even read that title. That's funny. Overall, Fursman has better scores than her. Why is Peak's scores so high? Is it because his tour is so low? Let's take these out and we will add Fursman and him. Alright, let's go. Day 12, just as old as Kalis is. Though, supposedly I've been doing this for 12 days, so maybe I'm 24 days old now. Alright, so now we'll do this one. Education needs to go up. Oof, we're getting close to the max out when it comes to these level ups. Or at least in education. I really need more education ones. Or recruits that do education. Okay, let's do the next area clue. The cannon one. Just in the nick of time, Kalis, I've gone over all the exhibits in the storage room and stumbled across this treasure map. This would be great for the general hall, but they're scattered all over Bellabog now, and I'm afraid there's no way an old-timer like me can go get them all. It would be great if you could fetch for me the backwater past this cannon. I've written its approximate location on the back of the treasure map. I hope I have to trouble you with another trip, Cadus. We're off to get a cannon! Cannon! We smash cannon with our ships. Give me that. Alright, so there should be a cannon around. We're just gonna scoot past you. What was that? Okay, so it's in the back corner. Oh, I'm literally staring at it. You've brought the exhibit back to the Bellabog History and Cultural Museum. Can you imagine Kalis having to push that? If he can't teleport, like he's just like pushing this hefty cannon, trying to get it up and down stairs. Oh boy. Sir, I brought you your cannon. Already? Let me have a look-see. That's great. That's the one. It's still in good condition. There's a quick fix and it'll be ready for the exhibition. Soon enough. This'll have pride of place in the general hall. Well done, Cadus. I do like that we're kind of like slowly filling in the museum. It's definitely giving me Tycoon vibes, but I used to only play Tycoon games because the absolute amount of pleasure I felt in maxing out my Tycoon and being able to create exponential amounts of money completely on auto running was way too much for middle school me to handle. I'm pretty sure it gave me a god complex for a little bit there. Okay, let's do another day. Also, sorry if my voice cracks a bit. We have been taking the magic potion that does that, and so my voice has been cracking quite a bit. Day 13. Let's go. I did not mean to do that. I was gonna upgrade. Oh well. Oh, Serval. I really didn't mean to just skip all of the upgrading and whatnot. Alright, Serval is not a tour guide. You would think as a performer. Alright, I guess we're immediately going to the next one. I did not mean to do that, I swear. I should look at buttons before I click them. Serval! Oh boy, that was a voice. See, the fun thing is I started taking the potion literally the day I started streaming, so you all have a great timeline of how my voice sounds as I continue to take it. Hey, isn't this Kalis? How can I help you? Are you interested in volunteering at the museum? What a coincidence. You came asking about this right after Pela left. She passed me an application form and asked me to fill it out, submit it to museum reception desk, and wait for the call for an interview. I'm still on the fence now. Apply now. You'll get paid daily and 3 square meals on the house. Well then, the application doesn't sound like too much trouble now. Still, Pela's right. Everyone in the city knows we're friends. We'll get flack if we don't go through the normal process. You're here at the right time. Could you take a look at my resume and see if it needs any modifications? I'll charge extra. Leave it to me. I know I can always count on you. I'll entrust my resume to you then. Past experience. Graduated with a PhD. Oh, we have a doctor in the house. Technology division. This resume is absolutely terribly written. But no one can write a resume well. Resumes are just awful. We should emphasize this prehistoric Belobog history, prehistoric Belobog music research. Talk about how Geomero has influenced machines throughout the increasing industry. Cryptography would be a good one to have in the museum. It looks surprisingly formal. It's not like something I would write, isn't it? To be honest, back when I was doing research in the technology division, I spent 60% of my time dealing with all the messy forms coming from the Clypaw fort. To the point where now, whenever I see a form header that says Belobog, Silvermane Guards, or Clypaw fort, my hand just starts moving on its own and I can't write anything else. But then, again, this is the preferred style in the Clypaw fort, so it should be fine. Or do you think I should let loose a little? It's great. Glad to hear that. Your words give me confidence. I'll submit the resume in a bit. Come on, let's go to the museum. I have Magic School Bus theme music stuck in my head now. Gotta go fast.
Don't get your clothes wet.
Gotta go fast. Can you imagine though, going in this way, if since they're a ticket booth operator, if we had to get, like, we were charged for a ticket every time we came in? My credits! Hello, Miss Serval. I'll pass your resume on to Miss Pela right away. So soon! Huh, what's with the sighing? Nothing. Please follow me into the rest area. Can I take a break now? What are you thinking? Of course not. Surely you need to be an assistant assessor for the interview. Don't even think about running off. There's no escaping it after all. But of course, we still have to go through the necessary steps. Besides, I'm really interested in what's on your resume. Please get ready for the interview, Serval. As for Kalis, you may get on with your things first. We'll be waiting for you. Well, I have to finish the quest. Serval would be such a good, addition to my team. Let's do the interview. I would be down so many credits if the game actually charged me for, like, every single time I entered the museum. That's how, no, that's how, what's keeping the museum afloat, is just they're charging me every time I go in, and all of my money that they're paying me goes back into the entrance fee. So formal. Wait, let me ask Kayla something first. Did you provide any help to Miss Serval in completing this resume? I always like to help other people. Absolutely not. Yes. I read over it. We didn't change anything, though. Absolutely not. I see this is Serval style. How interesting. I'm pretty surprised to see Pela got this serious. Be quiet. You aren't just putting your serious face on, are you? All right, Miss Servo, let's go to the next question. You certainly have an impressive personal experience. Now let's check out the next column. You have a long list of skills and expertise. You're indeed very capable. Everyone can see that. Am I gonna have to do this with like all of the main characters? So Serval, you have to take this too seriously. Just relax and show your true self. You're always so uptight, you tend to mess up. Let's call it a day. I'm sure you two are tired. If you want to give it another shot, just drop by the rest area. Wait, did I do the interview wrong? Oh, you have to say that you did help her with the resume for her to be able to get in? I technically didn't help her though. She wrote it herself. I looked it over and I told her that she didn't need to do anything. I feel that I have been lied to. Okay. Is that the electrical hub? Let's see, 12,000, 12,000. Oh yeah, I got Serval. Let's see, what's Serval's stats? Serval's stats are actually really good. Who's my lowest statted character? Both Gilbert and Lila both have the same, they both equal 96, it's just the distribution. So let's do Gilbert. Because we are lacking in the education one. Okay. Ooh, we're out of funds, so we're only gonna be able to get an A. Oh, now the visitor appeal is kind of hard to get. But that's fine. I do 1 day in game in the business management. Immediately needs to do a new hunt for Curio. Just in the nick of time, Kalis, I've just gone over all the exhibits in the storage room and stumbled across this old photo. These would all be great for the general hall, but they're scattered all over Belobog now, and I'm afraid there's no way an old-timer like me can get to them all. It'd be great if you could fetch for me one of the robot settlements, this energy hub. I've written its approximate location on the back of the photo. I have to trouble you with another trip, Kalis. How am I supposed to transport this thing? This thing is literally like 10 times my size. Also, the people who are in the robot settlement are still there. Like, It's not like they've left yet. Pela and Sweta literally stated that people are having to stay in the underworld because they literally don't have the money to take advantage of the fact that the overworld has opened up so that people can travel. So like, if you take the energy hub that's keeping them alive, doesn't that seem really bad? Yeah, to do this quest, you pretty much have to have done all of Bellabog to do this event so that you can teleport all over the place. I think, yeah, I had to like finish Bellabog to be able to do this event, I think. So, ooh. Oh, I went the wrong way. No, leave me alone. I don't want to fight. It's like, I don't want you to jump off a cliff. Okay, this is the pass that I missed. Alright everyone, I'm here to rob you of your energy. How did you pick that up and bring it back? Literally, did you just put it in a wormhole in your pocket? Did the express like teleport it up into space and then bring it back down for you? Like, did you pick it up and carry it over your head the entire way back? Okay, all of management 1 is done. Is there anything like exciting? Okay, there's no like limited light cones or anything for this one. Do you know how intimidating it would be to be a normal person and see someone like holding that entire machine over their head and just walking towards you? I mean, some people would find it hot, myself included, but like, it would also be terrifying. Already, let me have a look-see. That's great. That's the one. It's still in good condition. Just a quick fix, and it'll be ready for the expedition. Exhibition, not expedition. Soon enough, this will have pride of place in the general hall. Well done, Candace. Wonder if the meteor, like, maybe it is the real meteor shard, and it was bait to bring us back to fill the hall with like hard to get items so that they can then be stolen. Because if it is Sampo, that, oh, hello, sir. That's like his status quo. Like, he's like, oh, if I don't have to put the energy in, but I can reap the rewards, I definitely will do so. And so, like, the fact that we keep having to go find these expensive and heavy items that would be annoying to go get, seems a little suspicious. How would it fit in that glass case? That thing is bigger than all 4 of the glass cases together. Did they shrink it? That was not that size when we picked it up. Excuse me. That was not that size when we picked it up. Pardon, moi. It was not that size. Another day. Day 15. Alright, so this one is at 20,000. This one is at 12. We can't do either, but can we get the level ups we need? Nope. Out of funds. Okay. At least we got one of them up to S. But the general hall's A is higher than the interior hall's S. My brain says jukebox, but that's not right. Yeah, it's a radio. Yeah, we're getting all these antiques, and it's like, I haven't even been told if these are the antiques that were stolen. But we're getting all these antiques, we're doing it for them, they're not having to lift a finger. And we know that there is a person who steals stuff on the prowl. I'm very suspicious. You again, Kalis. You're just in time. The museum workshop has just received a batch of artifacts that need restoring. Give them a hand if you're free. Head over and talk to Boris. It's his area of expertise. He'll fill you in with exactly what needs to be done. He's probably gonna have us go get some part. Oh, hello. This room was not open before. How nifty. This room looks familiar. If anyone plays Tears of Themis, another one of Hoyoverse's games, which I do play, doesn't this look a little like give you Luke vibes? Anyone? Hey, who are you? This is the restoration room of the museum. Nothing here is on display. I'm Kalis. Oh my gosh, I am just gonna commit to the fact that every time he meets someone and they ask who he is, he's just gonna say this and nothing more. Kalis. Oh, now I remember. My forgetfulness. Pleased to meet you. I'm the museum's artifact restorer, Boris. So sorry for not recognizing you earlier. Relics. I was just wondering when you'd be in. Come on then, let's get to it. Let's get physical. I don't need a copy strike. Doo-doo. Oh, puzzle time. Oh, there's no way to, okay. Interesting. We're gonna do that. Let's do that. Can't move either of these. Let's do that and that. There we go. Alright, restore done. I'm off base with Odin and then exhibiting them. Don't forget to come back to the exposition hall when you get the chance to check out the fruits of your labor. I really want that painting, actually. Why isn't this painting outside? It looks cool. I wonder if these are concept art paintings for Bellabog. They look so cool. But I would love this one, actually, like, in sincerity, I would love that one. Oh, this one's nice too. We're missing some paintings there. There's a few of these that, like, if the museum did postcards and they did postcards of their paintings, there's a few of these that I would definitely need to make sure I got. What's this one? I like that it says museum staff, like it's not me that works here. Why did it get tiny? That's not how small they are. Why do the things get shrunk when they get put in the cases? Careless, thanks to you, half of the exhibits in the general hall have been recovered. Come and talk to me at the exhibit hall. Man, with all these missions, I'm getting distracted from my favorite gameplay, that is Tycoon mechanics shopkeeping. As you can see, the revival plan of Belobog History and Cultural Museum has been going well so far. With your help, the setup at the General Hall's main exhibition area is close to completion and can soon be open to the public. Wow, this is amazing. This is not the voice I used originally for him. He sounds much older all of a sudden. This has been my first time visiting the Museum of Belobog. This is the fruit of your effort. As the curator of this museum, I must express my gratitude to you personally. Here is the reward you deserve. As I said, consistency, not my best feature. So we got part 1 done. Alright, so I had been holding this off, not the achievement, but the next part, reading messages, because I think the messages are going to give us the next set of quests, and I didn't want to do that yet. Because I had gotten like a bunch of messages from people. Honorary member, do you have any interesting books to recommend? You want to read? That's odd. What happened to you? What do you mean? Can't the boss of the moles want to read? So do you have any recommendations? The Express Databank. The Tales of Winterland. Musicians of Belobog. The Tale of the Winterlands? This book seems to be very popular in Belobog. What is the book about? Hook's never even heard of it. It's about a story of the protagonist's adventure outside Belobog. In that case, it's better to venture out on my own. It's dangerous outside Belobog. Don't go anywhere, do you hear me? Uh-oh. I finished writing my new song. Want to have a listen? Well, I can't download it. Alright, I want to put people's impressions of my music on the poster for my next concert. Can you contribute a comment or two, Kalis? I'll think about it. Okay, I've got it. Together we roar! Your song is like a thunderstorm louder than alarms with nowhere to run. Together we roar. Don't use the lyric of a previous song to comment on the next one. I love these emojis of pom-pom. Okay, you keep thinking then. Make sure you only let me know once you've thought this through. Anyone there? Kalis, the next performance of the Mechanical Fever is about to start. You coming? Of course I'm coming. I've been a big fan of Mechanical Fever for 10 years. I'm 12 days old. Unless canonically 10 years have passed since we've been on Belobog and the event. Don't get too excited. Anyway, if you're coming, I'll save a good seat for you. Don't forget to buy flowers for us. You'll probably get called up on stage. Oh, don't do that. It's better not to go then. I've already told Serval. Can't get out of it now. You agreed to come. You can't back out now. Gepard! Oh, I have 2 from Gepard. Kalis, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Do you have the time? I do. What is it? Always for you, Gepard. Actually, my youngest sister just came home from a scientific expedition. Youngest sister? You had more sisters? I thought you only had Serval. You have more than one? I want to get her a gift. What do you think's suitable? What is she like? I feel bad for saying this, but I'm not quite sure what she likes. I only know that she's very passionate about science and outdoor expeditions. Then new camping gear. Oh, I have an idea. What if I gift her a new set of scientific expedition gear? Me and Gepard are the same person. That's not a bad idea, as long as she likes it. You're right. Thank you for helping me sort out my thoughts. I'm going ahead to look at gifts. See you soon. Okay, Kalis, thank you for your express drinks, especially the bottled soda. It tastes great. I'd like to thank you on behalf of the other guards as well. Actually, are there any Bella Bogian drinks you'd like? Oh, Bella Bogian. Okay. Jim Roger, Moo Moo Milk, or Rye Bread Soda Iceberg. This one? Everyone's talking about it. It's the Gertha Hotel's star beverage, after all. You know, you can actually make rye bread soda icebergs yourself. It's pretty simple. We can try and make it together next time. Oh my gosh, a date with Gepard? A cooking date? Yes. This is my exact emoji. Okay, I thought one of those messages would give me the new quest. Okay, maybe the new quest will be after I do a few more days of management. Okay, so we have all of the exterior general hall done. Oh, we can get... Not even gonna look at their stats. You have to, in games, cunning child, you have to invest immediately in staff. It is just #1 most important thing to do. Okay, let's look at staff. Here are my newbies. Ooh, they do not have tour duration at all. What is this with visitor appeal? Just being like in the garbage. Why are their education values so high? Okay, we got them both at S. Oh, we get a job from the robot? Or we're gonna try and hire the robot? Okay, increase management stage to unlock additional operation objectives. Trying to look at... Perkins actually has really good stats. he has a lot of tour value, which I have been lacking in other areas. $20,000. That gives me a lot of visitor appeal, but not a lot of... Okay, we'll go with this team for now, and then we will do tour guidance. There we go. Oh, there we go. There's part 2. I was like, I guess I just need to do some management. Wonder how many parts there are to this story. Potentially, since we got poorly managed in part 1, I wonder, and we just got part 2 for dramatic improvement. So I wonder if there's 3 more parts. That'd be a pretty long quest. Or it might only be 3 parts because of management progress. We'll have to see. Okay, Pela.
Good to see you! The General Hall has been receiving a lot of visitors lately. The yearning for history and art has reawakened in the hearts of Belovagians, thanks to your superb management.
Alright, I'm gonna say this. This is my hot take about museums, exhibits, anything like that. Is, I really like... This might just be for me personally, but I love interactive stuff. Art halls are actually really boring for me, even though I really like the history of art. I've taken art history classes in college. I have gone to museums, but it is so boring to me to just sit there and observe it, because I can do that on my phone. I can look up a piece and do all the reading on it on my phone. Being physically in front of it is not really all that interesting to me. That's why I really like interactive museums. Where, like, say you see a painting of just this, like, finger brush technique, right, for a certain painting, and so they have an iPad under, like, near it, so that you can try doing some strokes yourself to imitate characters, or to try and draw things, and then whatever image you make then goes up on, like, a screen near it, showing, like, how hard it is to reproduce this drawing, instead of it just being like something even a child could do, like some people think some art is. Or in, like, say, Jackson Pollock one, where it's like art splatters and stuff like that, the interactive might be either you could actually throw paint around, or the interactive might be something that's like holographic, with, like, you can pretend to throw paint around and create splatters and stuff. Or I've seen ones in history museums where they add sticky notes, where it's like, oh, this piece is about where you walked your, like, a person walking their first steps, so add a sticky note that shows where you walked your first step, and then all the sticky notes combine to make this amazing, like, collage of human interaction. Or another one I saw was like, oh, everybody who visits this art museum paints one tile and adds it to a mural, right? And so then collectively everyone who visits the museum creates this mural. I think interactive museums and art exhibits are so good, and I wish they were like done much more, but of course the costs for interactive museums are a lot higher than normal display museums. And then also you have to have people monitoring it a lot more to make sure that nothing bad happens. But there's so much more, like, they get so much more, like, people coming because people like to do things. One of the amazing art exhibits I went to in South Korea was an interactive museum, like an interactive exhibit. It had 12 rooms. 12 rooms. It took me 5 hours to get through those 12 rooms because it was interactive. It was great. I enjoyed every single hour I was there.
You know,
Anyway.
I never guess you'd become a pro at this job. I only wanted you to experience the fun of working here.
That's my rant and also my hot take of this stream, probably.
So I'm curious, how do you like being the museum manager?
It's hitting my Tycoon god complex.
I know, right? And it really gives you a sense of accomplishment. Anyway, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. There's been a new development in the museum theft case. First, I need to show you something. Here, this way. After the General Hall opened to the public, the Silvermane Guards and Wildfire did a follow-up investigation in the underworld.
Oh.
Progress was really slow, but they met... And here we are.
Oh, I should have waited. So the areas that are roped off to you, as you unlock them in your Tycoon game, you also could visit them in the actual museum. That's cool.
The item that's supposed to be in this exhibit is a modern sculpture called Gears and Wisdom. It's a little hard to describe. Sort of abstract. It's made of gears and mechanical parts, and it's about the same height and weight as the average person. Basically, it's too heavy for someone to just pick up and run off with.
I mean, I was sent on an errand to get a cannon and also to pick up an energy hub and apparently transport it back, so not impossible.
As you can see, this sculpture was placed at the entrance hall of the Industrial Hall because it symbolizes the industrial spirit that Belabogians have lived, breathed, and produced for centuries. Without it, the Industrial Hall loses its soul. We have to retrieve the sculpture before we can open to the public.
Maybe we could make a new one.
Let me ask you something. Do you know how long it took to make Gears and Wisdom from initial design to completion? 20 years! We can't let all that painstaking work and talent go to waste.
Sounds like someone had a lot of artist block.
I received some intel just earlier today. Someone said they found clues related to a gang of thieves in the Underworld's robot settlement. I don't know if they'll lead us to the sculpture, but it's worth a try. We can head over to the robot settlement as soon as you're ready. Let's head out then.
Alright, it looks like we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. So I will...
There's quite the crowd here today.
try to get through this
Where do we start?
part of the quest.
Huh?
And then I will probably call it a day.
Ah! You mean the little girl in red? I remember her. I saw her in the overworld at Lady Bronya's succession ceremony. I don't know if she can give us any leads, but it's always good to say hi to a friend. Basic courtesy, right?
Of course. Also, that child is delightful. I will not mind the day that I lose the 50-50 to her. I also get, you know, Mr. Svarog, but that's a separate matter.
It's Big Brother! And Miss Pelagia Sergievna! You remember my full name? This kid is really something.
I didn't know that was your full name.
Nice to meet you, Clara. What brings you to the robot settlement?
Well, something strange happened in the settlement recently. I'm asking the grown-ups who live nearby if they know anything about it.
Something strange? Can you share any details?
Well, recently, a lot of the little robots in the settlement started behaving strangely. It's like they malfunctioned suddenly, all at the same time. They started roaming around, breaking into people's tents, destroying their belongings. It was a real headache for the people living here. Mr. Svarog scanned the robots for irregularities, but the results all came back normal. So, I don't think it's a hardware issue.
So they're malfunctioning collectively.
Well, hardware is their physical part, so like, is it a software issue?
You're right. Since we're already here... Clara, we'll help you investigate what's going on with the robots.
Really? But don't you and Miss Pela have something important to do?
It'll be fine. We have other people in the underworld working on the investigation, too. Besides, we don't have any clues yet, so we may as well do something useful.
Thanks a lot. I was worried about handling the robots on my own, but with your help, it should be easy.
The duty of the Silvermane Guards is to serve the people. So where can we find these robots? Clara, can you lead the way?
Of course. Just follow me.
Sorry about all the yawning. It's getting close to my time to go to bed. I have to get up quite early for my day job, so my brain is used to now just going to bed super early.
Oh, look! Over there! There's definitely something wrong with that robot.
Are you sure? Because it's shaking just like they normally do.
It's normal enough on the surface.
Yep.
Let's take a closer look.
I have to beat it up?
Fighting. Here is thunder. Conflict is pitiless.
Got him.
So aggressive. Are all the robots in the settlement like this?
No, it must be malfunctioning. Sorry, little robot, but it looks like you're sick. I'm gonna take off your shell and give you a checkup.
Clara opened up the robot's casing and conducted an investigation, or an inspection.
Look.
This component doesn't seem like it belongs here.
Virus?
Claire, can I take a look?
Oh, of course.
There's no mistaking it. This component was taken from Gears and Wisdom.
I would do such a depraved thing.
I can't believe my own eyes either, but I know that sculpture inside and out. No wonder Wildfire and the Silvermane Guards were never able to find Gears and Wisdom. Keeping such a conspicuous piece of art around wouldn't go unnoticed. The thieves must have disassembled it and hidden the parts inside the robots. But the best laid plans of snow, mice, and men often go awry. They didn't realize the parts would interfere with the robots' systems and cause them to run amok. Now we just need to find all the malfunctioning robots and retrieve the sculpture pieces one by one.
Sounds labor
I'm
intensive.
afraid so. But you'll have Clara and me to keep you company. I'll do my best to help too. Let's get to work then. We're going to get all the stolen pieces back.
How can I say no to Clara? Clara, she's so cute.
The grown-ups said that the spot where the malfunctioning robots appeared is in this direction. Let's go look over there, brother.
I want to know, does she call you big sister if you pick Stella? guess I have to fight all of them. I can't just disassemble them peacefully.
Rules are made to be broken. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break! Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
The little robots in this area should all be back to normal now.
We also got some parts of the sculpture back. It's not a lot, but it's a start.
Let's start
Either
looking
way.
in the next area.
So, we are going to split you open and take your parts. But do not worry, for they are
Fighting
making you sick.
Conflict is pitiless. A will forged in ice never falters.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
La-di-dee, la-di-da, la-di-dee, la-di-da-da-da. Yeah, so it could either be someone with
Here
terrible
is
planning
thunder.
was like, oh, we can hide them on the robots and then we can get them off them later. Or it could be someone who knows us very well and could have hid them on the robots knowing we would help, and so
Looks
we'd
like
be
we
able to
rescued all
retrieve the
robots in this
parts.
area too. This is taking longer than I imagined. At this pace, it'll take us the entire day to fix all these robots. I get what you're saying, but... Alright, I give up. That sculpture has dozens of individual parts. There's no way we'll recover them all at this rate.
Yes, join the dark side, Pela.
We just need enough parts to put it back together. As for the rest, I'll have replacements made. But you have to promise to keep this a secret. You too, Clara.
Don't worry. I'll keep your plan super secret, Miss Pela.
She'll just tell Svarog, and Svarog will add it to his databank.
Thanks, Clara. Let's get on to the next area then.
But yeah, doesn't that mean though if we don't retrieve all the parts that we're leaving some of the Fritzy robots? Ooh.
Shh! Keep your voices down. It's a big one.
Oh, poor little Grizzly. There must be a lot of sculpture parts jammed inside. Let's go give him a checkup.
Oh, come on.
Rules are made to be broken. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
That person who has the wrong number is calling me again.
So that's how it works.
Phew. All finished. This robot will reboot on its own after a while. Let's leave him be. Miss Pela, here's all the sculpture pieces I found.
Good work, Clara. Let's see here. We still don't have anywhere near enough.
I'm already
To be
exhausted.
honest, I'm a little worn out myself.
I know. How about we go talk to Mr. Svarog? He might not be able to round up the robots, but I'm sure he'll have some good ideas.
I've never met Svarog before. I heard he's not easy to get along with.
Svarog. Svarog. Interesting. I wonder what the
Don't
pronunciation
worry.
should be
Mr.
then.
Svarog has warmed up to guests a lot more now. I'll explain the whole situation to him. Here, this way.
We get to see Mr. Svarog? Lucky day, lucky day. Alright, we might need to call a pause though, because it has been 2 hours. And we've gotten pretty far into it, or at least a decent chunk of the way into it. We've got first 2 there. I just clicked on that. We're all the way through management 1. We are currently working on management 2 and 3. Yeah. So I'd say we're doing pretty well. Yeah. I can't think of anything right now. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired. Alright, so we are going to be streaming again on Sunday. The time is not exact. But so just keep an eye on your notifications, and we will continue doing this event. Hopefully we'll get the event done, even though it does state that it still has like another 9 days for it. I do want to try and get it done within the event time period. We're already done with the Star Hunt game completely. We have like the full store and everything. So no worries there. Let's see. I have one more question. How much longer is Silver Wolf going to be running? Okay, and so she'll run just a little bit longer than the event is currently running. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope you have a good night or day, whatever time it happens to be for you all. If it's nighttime, I hope you get a good sleep, and then if it's daytime, I hope you have a good work day or a good day off. So with that, goodbye, and as I stated, I have a TikTok that I'm trying to post videos on now. It's the same name as this one, Potentate, and I'll see you guys again on Sunday. Videos will be uploaded on YouTube slowly but surely, so thank you all and goodbye!